Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video. So, in today's video we're going to be talking about a spicy subject. I've actually spoken about this subject a lot. I won't highlight exactly where, but we'll probably mention it during the video. Anyway, we're going to talk about it a little bit more directly, and it is basically going to be a response to the man up there. This guy, PAYNEBLADE. You probably know who he is. If you don't, for some reason, go and check out his channel. He's very much like myself. He's not getting any hair. He's old. Unfortunately for him, he's not as handsome as me, so like he's not got that going for him. But go and check him out if you haven't already. He's very community minded like myself, and I think you would like him, to be honest, if you've not watched him. But anyway, his video last night, he decided to, I was originally going to say take an AK-47 and fire shots at the clickbaiting side of the community, but he was a little bit more tempered than that. He called out the practice without calling out the people. But I just want to expand on the topic a little bit. So for myself, I've spoken about this a lot of times, right? Because to me, there's a few different types of ways people are doing this, right? I suppose that the most direct video I made talking about it was the video I says, stop doing this to yourself, you're only causing yourself disappointment, right? So basically what we're seeing a lot just now on this platform is clickbait, right? Your definition and my definition of clickbait might be different, right? I'm trying to clear this up right away. So for me, clickbait is if you say something that's basically not true, that's made up, or is, I guess, not grounded in the reality of what players can actually expect, like specifically speaking about this game here. Some people take a more wider extreme view of clickbait, like for example, if I was to beat a boss with a subpar team, I might put in the title or in the thumbnail, oh my god, I can't believe this happened, right? I don't think that's clickbait personally, because in that video I done something that was a wow, oh my god, I did this. That's not clickbait. That's using an exciting snippet from something that happened in your video to draw people in so that they watch the content of what's available, right? That's, in my opinion, not clickbait, and it's kind of, unfortunately, how YouTube works. You need something like that to draw people in, right? Clickbait to me is, Akuma is coming now. Akuma has been officially announced. Do this to get a free copy of Akuma, right? Because if I don't, you're going in the comments anyway, right? So, nice people, fair enough. I don't know them personally, but they seem like nice enough people. The thing is, right, I've said before that the reason that people do this is YouTube rewards it, right? YouTube rewards it because basically people keep going back, right? That's essentially what it is. People keep going back, they keep viewing the same content over and over and over again, right? Now, what you find is, and again, you see this a lot, it's always done for games with what's called a high CPM, right? So, quick example, 2,000 views, the Sky RPG wasn't a popular game, right? In fact, we can do it with Dokkan as well. Dokkan, 2,000 views. It'll probably get you about, what, $3 maybe? $3.50, $4. The Skya, 10,000 views, would get you about $6. For some reason, it paid more than Dokkan. Street Fighter, okay, getting 1,000 views, 2,000 views, will probably get you about double that, right? Maybe 2,000. So, because the money's there, what happens is, people, we call it gacha hopping, right? You've probably heard this term before. If you've been around about the gacha scene, it's called gacha hopping, right? And what people do is they jump from gacha to gacha to gacha. They put out a couple of videos, see how it is, right? You getting views? Cool. Are those views paying good money? Cool. Blast it, right? That's what will happen, they'll blast it, right? And then, as soon as they run out of the, I want to call them easier ideas. So things like, oh my god, I got this summon, or look at this, or this character is broken, blah blah blah. Just your really basic kind of videos. They'll go on to do another game, right? And they'll just milk it. That is your stereotypical gacha hopper, right? And a lot of times, your most egregious clickbaiting comes from that. So, generally speaking, if you're looking for a creator to follow in a... Get away, you're messing with my camera. If you're looking for a creator to follow in a space that is gonna, like, long-term bring you coverage of a game that is this favorite chair, that is probably going to continue to cover that game for the whole entire time that you're playing, they're not generally going to put out that type of video, right? Now, again, people do what they're going to do. They're going to chase money. I get it. I like money. I do. I mean, hell, give me money. Everybody, I've got a PayPal link. Second time I mentioned this. Give me money. If you want to give me money. It's fine. I don't mind. But personally, while I would like money, I don't want to do it that way, right? And the reason I don't want to do it that way is much the same reason that Payne doesn't want to do it that way, which is I want to be part of this community. I want to foster a community that is good, engaged, and, to be honest, nice to be around. Because I've noticed in the past, and how do I put this without offending people? A lot of people who gravitate to these more clickbait videos tend to be a bit younger. Now, I know from looking at my demographics, I've got an older following. My general base is mid 20s to early 30s, and then early 30s to early 40s, which is quite ironic because the second one is probably the reason why I personally have a high CPM, because the way that YouTube works is it grades you essentially. It values you as a monetary thing. I can't think of the word that I was looking for there. Basically, if you've got lots of kids watching you, or not kids, that's the wrong word, I'm sorry, young adults, so people between the ages of like 16 to 22 or whatever, it doesn't pay as much, right? If you've got people who are 22 to 35 and above, I think that's like the sweet spot. And the reason for that is basically you are, to them, more affluent, more likely to spend money, so the advertising is going to generate more income, right? So you are generally the type of people who are smart enough to not fall for clickbait. Now, what do I mean smart enough to not fall for clickbait? Me personally, I don't even need to watch a video and I know it's clickbait. I assume most people can do the same. The reason that YouTube keeps pushing these people is because people continue to click the videos. Now, some people, and I know this probably exists, some people probably click those videos knowing fine well that they're clickbait simply so that they can put into the comments, why are you doing this, right? Or they can downvote it or whatever. Now, that is going to be something that people do. Curiosity clicks, hate clicks, whatever. But what you don't realise is by doing that, you're actually pushing that video further, right? Every downvote you give a video, every comment, whether that comment is you saying, oh my god, you suck, you this, you that, whatever, right? So every one of those comments, every view, the way that the YouTube's algorithm works is, it helps that video grow, it pushes that video further, it expands that video's reach, and it makes the person who's made that video go, you know what, this works, I'm going to do this more often. So while trying to expose the issue at hand, you're actually making it worse because you're making that person go, I know how to get more views, and they just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. This does not just apply to lies. This applies to people who are making content based on CN. Now, caveat here. People making content based on CN, people making content based on TW, if they're doing that and they're saying this, like in their title, just for example, Fashion Ryu 2.0 comes to CW, or comes to Chinese Street Fighter Duel, or Street Fighter Duel ... CN. If say they've clearly said it in their video or whatever, or their title, wow, that's cool, right? There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because there's people playing that version of the game that want information and they want to know how to play certain things. Spot on, amazing. There's a place for that content. However, the difference is when you start getting videos that are more like Fashion Ryu 2.0, I'm going with this made up character, right? Fashion Ryu 2.0, this is going to be his rates, this is what he does on what he's going to do on global, this is how you get him for free. You know, unfortunately, none of that's true. And the reason that none of that's true is because we don't have the same events as those versions. We don't have the same rates technically as those versions. Those versions may be more or may be less free to play friendly than our version, right? I've played TW and to my absolute dismay, I do not understand how this is like a thing. It is vastly less free to play friendly than global, right? I mean, seriously, in global on my free to play account, I am, what, maybe, by the time I got to chapter 4, I think maybe I had like 6 multis, maybe more. On TW, I scraped 2, right? It was just hellish. And not only did I scrape 2, they were garbage rolls, right? Global, whether it's a positive, whether it's a negative, those opening rolls, I think your first like 8 or something, you're just going to pull. You're going to pull units, right? Yeah, you're going to pull red unit, red pulls, just get a unit, you'll get a multiple. You'll get loads of units, right? You don't get that on the TW version. Can't speak for CN, because trying to play CN is just honestly like, Jesus Christ, you've got to like go and get verified and do all this other stuff, show them your passport, show them your birth certificate, give them your social security number before they'll even let you log into the goddamn thing. But anyway, those videos do the same thing as clickbait. They are basically being used because, hey, you know what, I know that the community loves Akuma, I know the community loves Sagat, I know the community loves Balrog, what am I going to do? Oh look, it's out in this version of the game, let's go and look at him, let's look at his kit, let's hype everyone up, let's get some views. The problem is you can't do it because this game is changing units, this game is buffing units, I don't think they've nerfed anyone, well, I shouldn't call it Ryu, right, but I don't think they've nerfed anyone yet, but this game is buffing units, meaning that what you're seeing is not a representation of what you're going to get when you watch these other versions. They're not being put out to give you an early indication of what a unit's going to be like. They're simply being put out to line the YouTubers' pockets, which, fair play to them, right? If that's the way they want to do, go get that bag. It's up to you. But you as community members are being misled, whether it's intentionally or not, because I myself am sick to death of people coming into my comment sections and saying to me, you're wrong, this person has got more subs than you, so he knows. Best example, absolute best example of this. I put up a video showing people before Ken came out that there was a beta, and in that beta it looked as though Ken was going to be obtainable via paid currency only. In that video I said, I do not know for certain this is how it's going to roll out, but based on the beta information, it certainly looks as though that's going to be the case. I hope it's not, but based on that, it really does look like it's going to be pay to play currency only. Again, this is only based on what we can see, right? So I was quite clear in that. I said, obviously, it's not guaranteed. They've still got time to fix it. Maybe it doesn't turn out this way. Comments in my comment section. Why are you spreading misinformation? Sion says this is going to be a completely free-to-play event where we can, as free-to-play players, we can pick up a copy of this unit, we can trade our diamonds to get more summons to get this unit, yada yada yada, right? Fast forward to the event coming out, It wasn't like that. Now, I've got no idea if Sion actually said that or not. I really do not know. I have no clue whatsoever. But that's the type of thing I'm talking about. All it takes is someone who has more subs than you, and immediately viewers correlate sub count to reliability. I mean, why? What has that got to do with anything? Like, your reliability versus your channel size? What? Seriously? That's literally the equivalent of someone on Twitter posting something, someone comes back with an educated reply, and then they reply back, bruh, you've only got 100 subs, you've only got 100 followers, what you say doesn't matter, I've got 1 million. I thought, mate, fuck off, who cares? Go, you fucking idiot. Right, that's the type of thing that you need to deal with, right, honestly. And it's basically being spread because the reason that these people have a higher sub count, I'm not like naming Sion here because, to be honest, I don't really think he's a clickbaiter, to be honest. I can't really say he's someone that stands out to me as doing this. He does obviously talk about the other versions a lot, but for him I feel like it's different because he played those versions for 2 years, so naturally he's going to speak about them. These other people are like specifically running to that version just now just to find every single hot topic they can to talk about. So before people go and try and start more issues with me and Sion, because the guy already hates me, I'm not. He's a completely different animal, right? And he's not responsible for people coming to my comments and saying, "Oh, you're wrong, Sion said this," right? That's not his fault. That's their fault, right? So just before anyone goes to start any more YouTube wars for me, just remember this bit, right? But yeah, so Payne, he kind of lined it up. I decided to like put the 8-ball into the corner pocket and just tell you my feelings on it. Again, people do what they want to do. It's up to them. Don't hate them for it. Don't have any axes to grind against them for it. I don't like the practice. I wish they wouldn't do it because it makes it harder for the rest of us. I wish viewers would, how do I put this? Make them suffer for it. Let me explain. What I mean by make them suffer for it is don't reward them with clicks. Stop viewing those videos, because if those videos tank, if those videos don't get a high view rate, if those videos don't make money, guess what? They won't do them. That is it. Like, seriously, they will not do them. So if you do not like this practice, when you see a thumbnail or a title and you know it's too good to be true, right? You know it's too good to be true, don't click it, right? Do not click it, because I can tell you right now, if what they're saying is true, then you know that when you see YouTubers that you know do not do that, they do not lie to you, they do not feed you bullshit, when you start seeing that subject popping up from them, then you know that original video probably could have been watched, and if you want to support that creator, go back and watch it. That's all you need to do, just go back and watch it at that point, right? Because that's enough. But you clicking on clearly clickbait videos, come on. When someone puts out 5 videos for Akuma in the 1 week, and we have no information about Akuma, and this person's got 5 videos in the 1 week, the other one's got like 6 or 7, and some of those videos are how to get them free. Rates confirmed. Developer confirms. None of that stuff's happened. So how can it be real? Don't click it. By clicking it, you're becoming part of the problem, you're feeding into the issue, and you don't like it, so do not encourage it. Simple as that. Anyway, Hayzink, I'm done. Too long. Finished. People hate me enough already. May as well give them a reason to hate me more. That's the story. That's what I'm saying. See you later. Goodbye.